Welcome to Up to the Minute and Happy New Year to you. It is Monday, June the 4th. We made it to 2021. We've got a brand new year coming up, brand new semester for us here at Houston Community College, and a new season for Up to the Minute. We're live every morning at 10 a.m. And this week, we're focusing on a campaign we have ongoing. And we're going to talk more about that. Right now, I want to welcome Dr. Shantay Grays. She is the Vice Chancellor of Student Services. Dr. Grays, Happy New Year to you. I know we were talking about the holiday before we went on the air, but you guys were very busy over the holiday.
Happy New Year, Todd, and thank you for having me this morning. Yes, we were preparing for what we knew and what we were expecting to be a very busy peak registration. So we had all hands on deck. Our student services team worked a couple of days each week during the holiday break, just to provide that customer services that our students have come to expect from our team. So we're here to help, and we're here to provide that services they're needing.
You know, one of the things we launched here at HCC before we went on the break was a campaign called Secure Your Seat. And this was a campaign focused on reaching out to our students, to our current students of last fall, to bring them back for the spring. Maybe you can tell us about the concept of the campaign and how it's been going so far.
Yeah, so as you know, this COVID has been a bit of a challenge for our students, and we recognize that it's been a little bit burdensome. Trying to navigate the registration process. So one of the things that we've done, we felt that it was going to be important not only to provide all hands on deck in terms of our advisor and financial aid support, but also incentivizing that, working across the district to encourage students who were currently enrolled to secure their seat, identify those classes that they need, go ahead and put those classes in their cart and add them so that they're no longer closed, right? If they need a class before they graduate, this is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of registering early. The idea, again, is to really promote and encourage students to finish what they start, take advantage of early registration, not having to wait until the last minute to identify courses that they really need as part of their completion for their program of study. So this campaign really is an all-out effort across the district to ensure that our students are taking advantage of all of the staff and services we have available to assist them getting registered for the spring semester.
You know, especially for students who are taking the lab-based courses or the Flex campus, those classes will be very small this upcoming semester. So I imagine more than ever in the past, because in the past we always said register early to get the classes you need. Now those classes are smaller, and like you mentioned, you want to make sure you get the time you want, the class you want, and it's best to register early for that.
Absolutely. I think it's important for students to recognize, because of the changes that COVID has brought forth, we're delivering instruction a little bit differently. So we want to ensure that we're giving them every opportunity to build a schedule that's accommodating to them. We know that some of their children are homeschooled or they're continuing to learn remotely. So being able to identify opportunities where they can come to campus at a time that's convenient for them is very important. And that's one of the reasons why we're encouraging students to proceed with this process. Register early, secure the classes you need at the times and dates and locations that you want.
You know, before COVID hit, I remember the weeks before the semester would start, especially the 2 weekends, you guys would be all hands on deck on various campuses with students coming in person to register at the last minute. And a lot of that was because of financial concerns. I know we've taken great steps to get the word out there that you have a lot of options for students who may be concerned about finances for paying for the spring.
Absolutely. I would encourage our students. Many are eligible for financial aid, but just assume that they may not be, whether it's partial aid or full Pell eligibility. We're encouraging every single student who comes to HCC to apply. While you may not receive the Pell grant, there are, while we're not encouraging loans, there is a financial resource available. Not only that, but we have scholarships available, private scholarships and public scholarships. So we're encouraging students to take advantage of that, offering extended payment plans as well. Students can pay as they go, or identify and set up a payment plan that works for their income and for their pay schedule. So we're trying to provide all of the supports necessary to ensure that our students are not only being able to secure those seats, but also have the financial means, or at least the the accommodations to make certain that they're able to do that as well.
You've also got some special incentives for students who do register early to secure their seat. They can get some swag and other stuff as well.
Absolutely. So every week we are drawing names of students who secure their seats as part of the registration process. This will go through this coming Friday. So each week we have 7 winners, and they have some really cool items. There's HCC backpacks and water bottles, as well as other cool t-shirts and other nice items that are branded. But there's also a grand prize. So for every student who has registered since we've initiated this campaign, we'll have an opportunity to be included in a drawing for a laptop, or we have a $250 Barnes & Noble gift card that would go a long way in our bookstore to secure those textbooks for this semester.
Absolutely. And I know over the break, you mentioned at the top that you had staff working. What was the traffic like and the reach from students who were having questions? Did you get a lot of questions over that over our Christmas break?
We did, Todd. Thank you. And let me first just extend my kudos and gratitude to the Student Services team who sacrificed their holiday break to ensure that our students would have the support necessary. Each day we were seeing over 900 students. Some would repeat because they had questions, but many had questions about advising, about career planning, and about financial aid. And we're just happy that we were able to provide that support. And while that seems like a very high number, we still have a long way to go. And so we are encouraging our students to take advantage now, not wait until the last minute, because we will not have full services on campus. But Student Services continues to remain remotely. You can access us through the HCCS virtual lobby and take advantage of all of the support that we have available. International students, veterans, financial aid, counseling, testing, you name it, we have it there, and it's accessible to all of our students, prospective students as well.
You know, one of the things, Dr. Grays, we talked about before the show went on the air, this pandemic has thrown us all for a loop. We're living in unprecedented times, hence the reason we're doing this show remotely from your house, and I'm here at my house. We got our director at his house as well. A lot of students may be concerned about the pandemic and safety of going to the HCC campuses, but we want to assure our students, your team and our HCC administrative team have taken drastic measures and steps to ensure safety as much as possible when students enter the campus.
Absolutely, Todd. You mentioned earlier the Flex Campus option, which allows us to limit the number of students who are coming to face-to-face classes, completing their lab courses. We want to be respectful of the CDC's recommendations for social distancing. So everywhere, if you've not come to campus, had an opportunity to come in the fall, any student who's planning to come to campus this spring will see there are stickers on the floor. There's hand sanitizer. We have staff that's working and rotating each of those spaces. There's cleanings that happen after each class is dismissed, as well as the cleaning of the areas where students are accessing common areas like restrooms and other areas in student services. So we're taking every precaution necessary to ensure the safety of our students, our faculty and staff. And we want them to know this is indeed a safe learning environment. We are just asking that students continue to be patient with us as we navigate through what we think will be probably where we are. I think we're at the precipice of this pandemic. We're anxious and we're excited about it, but we still have to be very vigilant about how we protect and safeguard against this virus.
Absolutely. We're still, it seems like a few months away from the vaccine getting out to everyone. I know. One final thing I want to talk about the fact that HCC has gone a long way to protect our faculty, staff, and students, and we're looking at that as we head into the next semester. Do you have a final message you'd like to get out to students as they're thinking about things right now? You talked about the safety precautions, but do you have a message you want to get out to students to once again encourage them to go out there and register and get back to keeping their college career on track?
Todd, I think you just hit the nail on the head, right? This pandemic has impacted us in ways that were unprecedented. Financially, emotionally, many of our students were impacted physically, either having contracted the disease itself or having been impacted by the loss of a family member or a loved one. What I can say is we are here as a college community. We know that we provide access to many first-generation college students. And one slight pandemic, one tragic instance in their family could really change the trajectory of their family for generations to come. We want you to know as students that we are here for you. We are here to provide the support and the means necessary to ensure that you're successful. Take advantage of what you've started. If you began that process and you began that journey, don't hesitate to reach out to our counselors. We have licensed professional counselors on staff who have the ability to provide additional resources, sources such as basic needs. We have a partnership with the Houston Food Bank if there is indeed a need there. We have other resource partners in the community that would help our students. So what we're saying is that we're in this together. As a college community, we're going to do all we can to ensure that our students have the means to be successful. If you're anticipating or thinking about starting a new career, this is the perfect opportunity to do that. If you've been impacted by the job market and you've been laid off, we offer short-term certificate training. Some programs as little as 4 weeks, some as long as 12 weeks, with high wage potential. We're encouraging any individual who has an interest in reskilling or upskilling to take advantage of this very short program that's available virtually. We're here and we want students to know we're here to serve and support them in their journey.
Absolutely. And folks, if you're out there and you've got questions for HCC, Dr. Shantay's team, Dr. Shantay Grays' team is available. You can go to our homepage and click on the virtual student lobby. They launched that over this past summer, and that's still available. You can get a Zoom call, you can get a call back, or you can send an email. Are you guys still doing financial aid appointments in person by appointment only?
So we will begin financial aid appointments starting next week. There will be limited services on campus. But I do want to caution students as you're visiting the campuses, you could have extreme wait times, right? Because we are, again, being very mindful of the number of students that we're serving. We're cleaning that space in between student visits. So I'm encouraging students to take advantage of the virtual support. Financial aid will have services not only in person, but also online and by appointment as well. So take advantage of all of the modalities by which we're providing that service.
And you can find them on our homepage, hccs.edu, and just click on the virtual lobby. If you want to register, we encourage you to do that today, to go to hccs.edu/now. Dr. Grays, stay safe. I'm glad to see you back. Glad you had a great holiday, and we look forward to seeing you in person in the new year.
Thank you so much, Todd, and thank you for all that you do. We're excited about this campaign. We're encouraging as many students as possible to take advantage of it and win some cool swag while they're at it. So have a great day.
You can only win if you register now. So make sure you register today. Go to hccs.edu/now. That's going to wrap up this abbreviated version of Up to the Minute. We'll be back tomorrow live at 10 a.m. I'm Todd Duplantis. We'll see you next time.